Alright, today we've got some more Targaryen Banner of the Lion. I really am having trouble figuring out what to do with this deck. I'm convinced that the best version of the deck, the faction and agenda combo, is basically a Targaryen Marine deck with all the kill BS, like Drogon and Daenerys in the kill events and all that crap. And you just toss in Ilyn-Payne Queensguard and like 9 other random Lannister cards. But like I said, I don't want to do that, but I'm also having trouble figuring out like what the deck's going to be if it's not going to be that. So this is what I've got for now. I think it's the best I can do. It's still basically similar to the list from yesterday. I just changed around some cards a bit. What did I do? I took out the little gifts for the Widow package and the Queen's Guard. That just wasn't impressing me. I went over to Milk. You can never go wrong with Milk. And I went down the list of events, and I legitimately just don't see any events worth using besides, like, consuming flames, and that's just dumb, so you can never go wrong with nightmares, I figure. And then the characters, I can't remember exactly what I cut or changed, but I did move the characters around a little bit. Oh, I cut Second Sons, which is probably not correct, but I was like, I'm just gonna use the Hound. That's gonna be my Second Sons. I'm sure I'm going to regret that, but whatever. And then I added in Begging Brothers. Because, again, you never go wrong with Begging Brothers. They're just pretty damn good. So, we'll see what happens. Play some games with this deck. No... I don't know. No Greyjoy. That's what I'm going to say. Okay, Bear a Dragon. So, he's probably Queensguard. Robert Queensguard would be a big problem. But we do have Milk. And other than Robert, I don't really know what other juicy Queensguards that Baratheon would have. Nothing I can really think of. I think I have to keep this. It's not a perfect setup, but I do have 2 economy. Well, I can set up Barristan. If he has March to the Wall, I'm not going to be a happy camper. I swear, every time I try to set up a single character against Baratheon, they just randomly have it. It's 2 Shadows cards. That's very weird. Maybe it's Queensguard and Aegon. I get trolled on Summer Harvest. Got the Isle of Ravens, so no Flea Bottom for him. Well, we sure don't have very many characters. I guess we're going to marshal this one. Let's marshal the limited. 3 milks and nothing to put them on, but they'll be there for next turn. I guess this guy's going in Shadows, and we're playing... Can either play Isle of Ravens or save money for Widow's Wail. Let's just dupe the Hound. I think I'm supposed to save the gold for Widow's Wail. Yeah, we're going to go with that. Until I actually see him get something into the Flea Bottom pile, which is not actually super likely on only the first turn. Let's see if he can play 2 more cards. Should be able to with 3 gold and a reducer. Oh no, don't do this. Don't disconnect on me. Well, that's going to be a damn shame if he's out. Because this looked like it could be a halfway decent game. Alright. I'm going to wait like another minute or 2, I guess. I'm fortunate to have this dead air, but... somebody disconnects. What can you do? Maybe he's just salty that his Summer Harvest didn't go off. And he's like, screw this game. So how did the peace and prosperity actually go for us there? My people need to stop blowing up my phone. We spent 3, 4. So yeah, basically ended up being a 6 gold plot. That's why I like this, because even with a very awkward hand, it still is basically a 6 gold plot. So it's like a Time of Plenty that punishes Summer Harvest instead of getting punished by Summer Harvest. Looks like this guy's not coming back. That's very unfortunate. Come on, dude, don't just bug out like that. Very unfortunate. Alright, let's see if we can get another game. Knowing my luck, that'll be my only chance for the day. Everything else will be like tier 1 decks. Checking my phone, so that's why there's a weird noise if it picks up on the mic. Okay. Let me see. Yeah, there's just not too much to say about this deck that I haven't already said. It's like a... Damn, that's loud. I need to turn the sound down on that before I start recording. It's like a variety deck, so it's not a bunch of like super good or super awful matchups. Okay. Freaking crossing. But it's a Lannister house card, so I'm not going to complain too much. Even if I get cheesed by crossing. I guess I have to set up his star? Maybe I shouldn't have actually kept this set up. This is actually a really awkward setup. So if I start with Robert Strong in Shadows, that's probably what I was supposed to do instead of Plaza of Pride. I was supposed to put Robert Strong in Shadows. Let's just see if we can do it. And then his star. And if he had March to the Wall, he probably won the game. Wow, look at that. Good thing we have first snow. It's tempting to even start with first snow, but no, I'm not going to do it. Can always first snow next turn, but I don't think Lannister Crossing tends to have March. Yeah, they don't have space for that. I have no idea if I'm supposed to go first. He can go first, because my military claim's not really going to be a thing here. He's got some claim soak, and we're probably just going to do first snow. If he has milk, then I'm going to really regret that, because I won't get to use my his star and marshalling phase before he gets milked. But that's like the only card where it's a problem. Could also have Jaime Lannister. That would be another punish for me making him first player. He has an 81 card deck. I just saw that. It's 81 cards after drawing like all his setup hand and everything. Brothel Madam is annoying. This plays in the first snow. Insanely hard though. He's going to feel pretty bad next turn. Alright, do we want Plaza? Probably. We definitely want Flea Bottom. Then I probably want to... I don't actually need to use Robert Strong this turn. Probably use him after the first snow. That's when it'll have a much bigger impact. I'm just not going to do a military this turn. It's fine to not do one. You know, given the first snow situation. I'm just trying to think of what to do with his Dar. Can't actually do much that really matters, because I cannot afford Khal Drogo. I'm off by 1 gold. I don't want to marshal cards that are just going to get bounced by my own first snow. Could marshal the Hounds, but I want to use the Hound with friggin' Flea Bottom. I guess I can still use him with Flea Bottom in Challenges phase. Alright, let's go. I don't think Begging Brother is going to be super important, given his board. What is this? Uses the Hound outside of an action window. Oh. Wow, that was, I forgot to wait for him to play treachery. Okay, he got me. Oh, now I have to worry about military claim. That's a piece of shit. I'll just kill the begging brother if I have to. I can also challenge his phase, his star, and ambush burn men. Nope. That's the flea bottom gold. You can't have it. I guess no matter what happens, I'm always probably... Okay, you know what? We're just going to do this. Do I need Dario? I think Dario is probably going to be better than Khal Drogo. Man, I'm not sure. This shouldn't be that hard of a choice. Alright, he's more expensive, so we're going to discard him. Oh, I did that wrong. I think, right? No, I did that right. I can ambush the Hound. I think what I meant to do was discard the Hound and then defend this with the Hound. Somewhere along the way I lost the thread for that. I blame the opponent for taking too long to pass on their action windows. I'm not going to get another friggin' disconnector, am I? What's going on here? Do something, dude. Yeah, I 1000% did that wrong. I was supposed to just do the Hound flea bottom thing. Oh well, we'll do this. This doesn't actually spend any cards either. Yeah, do your intrigue. I probably should have let him win that, but he has small council chambers, so I don't feel like letting him win it. I might not even declare power if I was him. He is going to get 2 power from crossing an unopposed, but he's giving me another card. And you really might not want to do that. I don't see any need to use my plaza, really. Oh, man. No, it's not worth it, because first snow next turn might put him way over reserve. And then hitting him this turn on intrigue doesn't really matter. Holy hell, would I have lost this game? Well, I don't know about guaranteed loss, but it would have been way different if this Hizdahr got marched. I'm so lucky that didn't happen. His plot's probably going to be like, what is that plot called? Heads on spikes? That'd be my guess. Maybe a draw plot. Oh, trade route, sure. I think I go first here. Yeah, because the military claim might actually matter now that there's no chumps allowed on the board. Now, do we want Khal Drogo? We can marshal him for 3, and then we still have 2 left. That has to be the right play. Yeah, he's a really big threat, so let's do it. Hopefully the opponent does not have Tywin, but the fact that he played trade routes tells me he probably has a big character in hand. Either that or this Shadows card. Wow. Wow, save 9. This could be Robert Strong in Shadows, so I guess we're going to play around that. Should I do an intrigue when he's that far over reserve? Probably not. Yeah, this has to be the right answer. Aha, it was Cat's Paw. Frickin' got me. He frickin' got me. Okay. I don't think there's anything I can do in response to that. Nah, he just got me. I spent my flea bottom gold. That was a misplay. Yeah, I keep screwing this up pretty significantly. Alright, he defended. I'm fine with that. We might as well, oh, crossing put him on 0. Well, never mind. I was going to say we might as well stand Hizdahr to defend. Oh, okay. Well, we still might as well stand Hizdahr to defend. I think Hound is the only discard that makes sense. Let's remember to use our Myronese this turn. Put Dario on the bottom. We don't have anything else good to use it on yet, so. I guess this turn is going to be a noble cause and play Khal Drogo back out. So that was his trade routes turn, and that's good news because he cannot use trade routes to flood back out after that first snow. Tried to copy my trade routes with Varys' Riddle, no luck. I lead with Noble Cause and then I do trade routes later. That's how I play. Alright, we got the Khal Drogo Jaime combo. I should probably have marshaled Meereen at this point. Maybe I'll do it this turn. Well, we're always doing that. I think I can discard Kevin. He doesn't look like he's going to do anything. There we go. Now we got Meereen. Do we still just marshal Khal Drogo? Could also save for Robert Strong. I think I'm going to save for Robert Strong and kill the Hound. I think that's the right answer. I can also use Quaithe to cancel a challenge at some point. Hopefully I can do that before triggering Meereen. But if he just like leads with an intrigue with Tyrion, then I just have to probably just have to trigger Meereen right away, unfortunately. Come on, dude, do it. Damn. I think I'm still just going to ambush Quaithe to spend my gold. Because if I ambush Quaithe, then trigger Meereen and use his star to pay for Robert Strong, that's 3. And 3, and then I have exactly 1 left for Flea Bottom. Definitely the way to do it. Would you hurry up? This guy's taking forever to pass on his action windows. Like, what are you doing over there? Definitely one thing about online play is a little bit frustrating is when people are doing that. I don't know if people are lagging or what the deal is there, but sometimes people just friggin' slow play. Oh, wait a minute. There's not any... It's interesting, it still asks me to trigger that. There's nothing that it would affect. And now I do Meereen. It's a shame that I discarded my Kevin and then I got milk off of Meereen. Oh well. I got a freaking Nightmares. I could Nightmare something if I want. It's actually nothing really worth using Nightmares on. No treachery, please. That's right, get out. Get out. Get the frick out of here. And now I don't even really need to use Flea Bottom. Yeah, I probably won't use it. Because if I use it on the Hound, he'll just get discarded. And like discarding one to keep him in play would not be smart, even though I have the free discard, since he'd still go to the bottom of my deck from flea bottom if I did that. I probably won't even do trade routes next turn. I'm down to 2 cards. Jaime and Cal. Okay, those are expensive. Maybe I'll do... But you just never need to do trade routes with his Dar, so I'm probably still just going to do exchange. So he passed really fast on that action window, so I don't think he's lagging. I think he's legitimately just sitting there staring at the button for a year before he clicks it. Pretty frustrating, because there's literally 0 decision points here. Yeah, I think the first version of my deck, I had a couple Cat's Paw, but I took him out because he's just way too expensive. Even with his Dar reducing him by 2, it's like I found that I had the card available in a couple games, and I was like, there's no way I can ever pay for this. It just costs way too much. Silent Sisters, what the hell? Okay, let's probably put Kevin on the bottom. So we already have Jaime in hand, so. And Kevin is useful now that we have a milk in the discard. Maybe we'll top deck him with exchange of information. It's also possible, yeah. I was about to say it's possible he might do that. So in that case, I would have preferred to do trade routes, but it's crossing, so it's entirely possible he did not have Morghulis. I don't think it was guaranteed that he would do that. Wow, I got 4 cards. He chose them really fast, too. He didn't think about it very much either. That's awesome. Bye-bye, Hisdar. You made him use Valar Morghulis, so you did your job. Alright, probably just get some money and pass. Yeah, like it's not worth it trying to spend all 6 gold on a big character. Also not worth it to spend 5 on Illyrio. Friggin' brothel, madam. Now, do I burned men? Probably. Could also do 1 gold for the Hound. And 1 gold to Nightmare's Tyrion? Doesn't really seem worth it. Yeah, I'm just gonna do a, I don't want to do an intrigue, I don't think. Let's do a power. I guess I can pay 1 for Widow's Wail. That's something I can do with my 1 gold if I don't want to use burned men. Alright. That seems to be the play. I forgot he also had it. That's funny. Okay, he got me. Eye for an eye indeed. Alright, Houndy boy, let's go. Derp. Derp yourself. He's been sitting there like the whole game. See, this worked out. Not using second sons ended up being a smart thing to do. Do we just discard the Hound again? Yeah, I think we do. Still the best discard target. All the rest of these are potentially useful next turn. I probably don't need 2 nightmares, but I still feel pretty safe having both of them if I can. And I guess Myronese is going to target Illyrio. Not sure if that's even really worth doing, but we might as well. So this game we won by just having more efficient cards and like a more efficient deck on our side. Also the really big first snow screwed him. That was not good for him, but he's playing bad cards like Small Council Chamber, Seal of Lannisport, and Silent Sisters. I don't understand these Moon Brothers either. I haven't seen any other Clansman characters. So, I'm going to blame that for my victory. I had pretty good draws getting Flea Bottom Plaza and Murine all going within the first like 3 turns. That's always a good sign when you can do that. And the opponent doesn't, you know, they're not Greyjoy, so they can't discard it or anything. This also shows off the general inefficiency of Cat's Paw, because even though he got that big Cat's Paw off of my Khal Drogo, he spent 8 to send the 6 gold character back to my hand. And it's still not even that much of a net gain. In the grand scheme of like paying gold for value, it's not that great of a deal. You have to really have a large amount of challenge phase gold income to make that more worthwhile. And he just like straight up paid for it. He's going to confiscate my Widow's Wail. That's rude. He just straight up paid for it with his plot gold. It's not really what you want to do. Alright, let's play the Smash Brothers. I believe that's what they're called. They're called Smash Brothers. We saw the opponent's reset. It's time to go. This deck should probably have bodyguards because of what just happened to the Valar there. Even though I don't think I had any lords in play anyways. I think I have enough lords in the deck to justify bodyguards. But I think the list that I have overall is also fine. I forgot to use my Myronese again. Well, Magister Illyrio is not in the game. That's too bad. Drew another Hisdar. We can close call him next turn if we want to get him back. Alright, I'm going to get myself a little bit of coffee here. I think I am going to win this game because it looks like the opponent is just out of gas. Like, he's going to have to kill one of these for military in almost all certainty. And my board is going to be super scary. He played his reset, so I doubt that he can do anything about it. Valar Dohaeris also isn't going to save him if he has that. Like, that's not going to be enough. So just play Eerie with 2 gold. Let's give her 1. Could Nightmares Tyrion, but I just don't think it matters. Yeah, I'll just save the gold for the Hound. Who cares? He wants to win a stealth intrigue challenge. He can have it. I actually believe I can still defend it by just putting in a begging brother if I really wanted to. But I just don't think it matters that much. Maybe I should have chump blocked with Eerie. But since I'm pretty far ahead on power, I don't care. Also, both his characters might die now that I realize I have the Khal Drogo Jaime. So I can just do a double military and kill everything. Treachery? Darn! He frickin' got me. Good thing Jaime doesn't kneel to attack. So we don't actually need Khal Drogo to attack. The max efficiency here. Oh, we could also stand Khal with Eerie. We might do that. See if I should be able to get to 15. I'm going to get 4 unopposed challenges and 3 renowns. That's 7 power. Yeah, that's, 7 plus 9 is more than 15. Feel a little bit bad for the opponent. After that rough first snow, he couldn't really get much going. But I do slightly blame him for, like I said, playing a bunch of bad cards as well. That's the thing with my decks, is there's certain cards that I think are too degenerate that sometimes I refuse to use. I'm not going to pretend like I'm that far above the fray. Sometimes I do use them. But I try not to. But I also try to use actual good cards. And I don't like go down to the level of trying to play Shield of Lannisport. Because I do like still having a deck that can win, even if it's not necessarily the very best deck. It's not like you can't ever win with something like Shield of Lannisport, but your win rate's going to go down, that's for sure. And Little Bird, why do you play Little Bird in Lannister? Like, every Lannister character has an intrigue icon. That's just bizarre. I do not understand the reasoning there. Bye-bye, Tyrion. Murdered by his brother. It was a family feud, I guess. And you can see here why I prefer to play something like Noble Cause and use that as an earlier game economy, and then save trade routes so that I have trade routes after the opponent does a reset. Alright, let's do this power challenge and get this over with. I guess props to him for not conceding, but whatever. If he were to just concede, like, before even playing out this challenges phase, if he just saw that I have Jaime Khal and realized his dudes were going to die and then he just conceded, I wouldn't blame him. Wouldn't blame him. Because I do think it was decided basically in marshalling phase here. GG. Alright, well. Oh, he left. He didn't say GG. Maybe he's a little bit salty about that. He didn't enjoy it too much. Well, I don't feel that bad because, look, dude, I'm not playing Drogon. I'm not playing Crown of Gold. Imagine if I was playing Dracarys, how salty you would have felt when I Dracarys your Tyrion, but no, I'm not playing it. So I consider it at least a semi-honest win. I did have Meereen Hisdar. Personally, Meereen Hisdar does not bother me that much compared to the board deletion, because it gives you something strong on your side, but it's just something that's enabling you to like get your deck into play. It's not something that removes the opponent from the game. So similar to cards like, what is that card called? I can't remember, but basically economy and draw cards I don't feel as bad about. Although I do think Meereen Hisdar is a bit over curve, and I would not blame Fantasy Flight or like necessarily disagree if they use the restricted list to break up that combo, because Meereen Hisdar can get pretty damn crazy. Anyways, that's the game for today.